Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
The views and opinions expressed on Trudging Together are solely those of the host, co-host, and our guests. They do not necessarily reflect the views of any organization, fellowship, or other entity, and definitely not your boss, your neighbor, or that one guy in your home group. The content of this program is not intended to replace medical, psychological, or professional advice. If you're looking for that, please seek guidance from qualified professionals who spent way too many years in school. What you'll hear here is based on lived experience, recovery journeys, and the occasional bad coffee-fueled joke. Trudging Together is not affiliated with any 12-step fellowship. We are simply people sharing our stories and walking this path together, one day at a time. Thank you for joining us, and remember, recovery is serious business, but that doesn't mean we can't laugh along the way.
Sober Saturday, y'all. Sober. Amber gave me that one. She put it in chat. I stole it. It worked real well. Sober Saturday, y'all. Yo, yo, yo. You can go that route. I don't think you want me to. I am no gangster. I know how to talk gangster though. I grew up with a lot of gangsters. And by gangs, Crips, Bloods. Mostly. West Side Posse. A lot of West Side Posse. Yeah. Whoop whoop. I also yelled at Simon Cowell. I yelled at him once. Drank with the Allman Brothers. They're pretty cool. I don't remember any of their names. Mr. Allman. There's one other person. Christine Perry. I yelled at Christine Perry once too. Yeah. Kind of a dick. I've never been one who is afraid of confrontation. Well, I used to be. I used to be very, very, very shy. Very shy. I had to work very hard to become extroverted. I had to work at it. It wasn't. I used to be very, very quiet. Believe it or not. Growing up, I was pretty quiet. I was usually making noise, disrupting. Couldn't quite help it. Stemming's kind of, So, yeah. Makes me kind of sad. Most Virgos are introverted. We usually watch people. It's just kind of how we are. So, but I'm a recovered introvert. All right, guess what time it is? I don't have much time today. I got to get to a birthday party, and I still have yet to jump in the shower. So this got to be this is going to be like 20, 25 minutes. Can't be too long. So, my daughter's doing a birthday party for the two chitlins, and doing it both at the same time. And about an hour drive, so hey, I gotta get ready to get out of here. All right, but welcome to Daily Trudge. I'm Dion. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching live or the rewatch. This will be the second Saturday in a row I've gone to an event where not many people like me. All right. The in-laws are going to be there. Yeah. Well, that might change. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm going for the grandkids. I'm there. What is my job? What is my job? My job is to be of maximum service to God and the world around me. Okay. My only job there is to go there to make it better for my grandkids. Other than that, I ain't got nothing to say today. Right? This would not be the appropriate place for confrontation. It is a child's birthday party. Right. I'm going to go and have as much fun as I can make myself have. Right? That's right. So, good morning, Michelle. Good to see you. Amber says exactly what you can bring to the event versus what you can take. Yeah. It's not my birthday party. Here are jokes. Ready for Dion's daily funnies. even though he's stealing them. All right. I used to be addicted to soap, but I'm clean now. I'm clean now. The guy walks into a bar and he was disqualified from the limbo contest. Get it? Because he ran into the bar. Okay. You think swimming with sharks is expensive? Swimming with sharks cost me an arm and a leg. When two vegans get in an argument, is it still called a beef? All right. All right. I already know we're kind of without reservation. This is going to lead to as Bill sees it, and then probably without reservation. That's going to be in the big book, right? So we'll just go to as Bill sees it. We'll see which page we're going to go to here. 37. All right. A full and thankful heart. Nope. It does not lead anywhere. All right. That's okay because I don't have a bunch of time today. I'm only doing this because you guys. I actually considered not doing the Daily Trudge for the weekend. I actually considered it. It's getting stale a little bit. A lot of people kind of jumped off. I got to do some things. I can feel it. Numbers are down. Oh well, I'm gonna do it anyway. But I'm also not gonna leave. Yeah. Then people wonder. I want to do that, and I felt like doing it. That was last night. I don't feel that way anymore. All right. So as Bill sees it, page 37. A full and thankful heart. One exercise that I practice is to try for an inventory of my blessings and then for the right acceptance of the many gifts that are mine, both temporal and spiritual. Accepting the gifts that are yours. Claiming spiritual progress. You know, it's a bad day indeed that something wasn't right. You know, it's our attitude. Yeah. Yesterday I had the best attitude I could. I did pretty good with it. I think I made a few mistakes. I don't think the people really appreciated my second live yesterday. I think I ran some people off, but if I can't speak, if I can't talk, if I can't, it's generality. So, but I'm going to think on that a little bit more before I make any decisions. All right. So the acceptance of the many gifts that are mine. My sponsee and I were, he comes on. Tyler and I were talking about this the other day. He's a regular co-host here, so his name could be brought up. This is Tyler, the individual. And, but we were talking about how it's hard to accept compliments, about how it's hard to accept gifts when we sober up because we don't feel like we deserve them. You do. You deserve them. Absolutely. It may not feel that way, especially in the beginning. Somebody give you a compliment and you'll excuse it away. Yeah, but because we're our own worst critics. Take the compliment. I figured out there's two words that are to be said and nothing else. Thank you. You can even say thank you. I appreciate that. No more. Do not take that gift away from you. That's not fair. Okay. Now, this is a gift from the sunlight. And what does that mean? It means that you are the only person that can block this gift. And we do it often, especially in the beginning. We think, this is not for us. It may be for those people over there, but I certainly haven't earned it. And here we are determining our worth again. Determining your worth is not going to lead it isn't going to lead anywhere decent. Oh, but what if I like my worth? It still isn't going to lead anywhere decent because it's going to have ego in it, ego and pride, and that's not going to work. We need to let our higher power determine our worth. It works out much better. At least that has been my experience. Here I try to achieve a state of joyful gratitude. That sounds a little overwhelming for me, but we all find our balances. I'll go with joyful or gratitude. It's still hard for me to deal with excitement. It is. My heart starts going. I start getting all buzzy and shit. No, I don't like that. I don't like that feeling. I like the balance. I'd rather have serenity. I'd rather have a balance. But I do what see with it. If you can handle those elations, fuck, do it, man. Absolutely. I'm just letting you know my experience. Maybe one day I will be able to experience that joyful gratitude without it affecting me like that. It has been getting better. Okay. All right. But, it's about that attitude, right? Yeah. Yesterday, I was wore out. I did the best I could. I even got some work done. I still hosted the meeting, got it done. I was able to make it. So, see, I had some backup. Thank you for that, Amber. I appreciated that. So, all right. When such a brand of gratitude is repeatedly affirmed and pondered, it can finally displace the natural tendency to congratulate myself on whatever progress I may have been able to make in some areas of living. So my tendency to congratulate myself. Now we're getting into I'm a little confused here. Do you want joyful gratitude and claiming your spiritual progress? Or I think what it is the natural tendency to over congratulate ourselves. That's what we're going for. Okay. So here's the difference. Here's the difference. This is me claiming spiritual progress. And if it's not on camera, I'll describe it. I'm patting myself on the back. Good job. But I only did it twice. Now I'm done. When I overly do it, this is what it looks like. Oh, good job. Good job. What did you? And I'm patting myself on the back a lot. And I'm overdoing it. See, that's where the excitement turns to jack me up. It'll turn into overly done. So I prefer that balance in there. I prefer that balance. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, this cool stuff. All right, we can have it. All right. Because if I'm overly excited, I don't see the gifts either. Any for Dion, any emotion overdone just doesn't seem to turn out very well. I try to hold fat. I try hard to hold fast to the truth that a full and thankful heart cannot entertain great conceits. It's hard to see bad shit when you're in gratitude. You see it, but you don't really let it in. It's like, yeah, that's going on, but that's not something it's not something I'm gonna involve myself in. Or maybe I do because I do have a better attitude and I'm seeing things a little differently. See, when I'm in gratitude and I have a good attitude, I can see the solution pretty clearly. It's when I have a bad attitude that it's hard to see the solution or that I'm in an over emotion. Not always. Sometimes I have a problem that, isn't in that area. That is hard to work with. But in our day to day stuff, that is how it works. When brimming with gratitude, one's heartbeat must surely result in outgoing love, the finest emotion that we can ever know. It's an outgoing love, right? And what is that outgoing love? In this case, today, it's me going to this birthday party and bringing what I can to make it better. That's what it is today. It doesn't need to be huge. It doesn't need to be, and I know that my granddaughters will appreciate that. All right. While practicing service to others, if my success, and we're back into the reflection now. I'll just read the whole thing. Without reservation, when brimming with gratitude, one's heartbeat must surely result in outgoing love, as Bill sees at page 37. While practicing service to others, if my successes give rise to grandiosity, I must reflect on what brought me to this point. What was given joyfully with love must be passed on without reservation and without expectation. For as I grow, I find that no matter how much I give with love, I receive much more in spirit. Here we back are to those gifts. I see, and I know I've been saying this a lot lately, but it's still true. I see a lot of people creating their own gifts. Okay? You don't get both. You only get one of them. It's like, let's make a deal. So you're going to pick door number one, which is the gift that you're going to provide yourself, which is probably something along the lines of going on the internet or bragging to somebody else what you did to get accolades, or you can wait for God to supply you with the gift. And I guarantee you it's much better than anything you can ever come up with. It is. All right. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great Soba Saturday, y'all. Thanks for that line, by the way, Amber. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good day. Good chance I won't be back today. I got stuff going on, so I don't have much time today. All right, thank you, everyone. I love you. You know I do. Peace out. And